There's always a bigger fish.
It was great to finally get a Ban-focused episode, which was different from last week's Rin-focused, where if we really want to compare it, Rin took the spotlight, but nothing about her as a character, her motivation, what got her into Skip was explored. At least we got some sort of nugget of information in the last kind of scene of the episode. This one, we actually get to learn slightly more about Ban, his life before K-Day, and the reason really he wanted to join Skip by using a character from his past, Shinya, a professor that Ban in college used to actually go on excavations with. And we got actually more lore about Arx's Earth before K-Day, which pretty much states that nobody knew about kaijus that were living on Earth. Literally, when Ban found pretty much, I think it was supposed to be like a tooth or like a bone of a kaiju, he showed it to Shinya, and Shinya pretty much said, like that could be a meteorite, it could be even like from something from out of space, but it's not like natural to Earth. Was really cool. Like the entire episode was very much a semi-subversion of the last couple of seasons, Mentor coming back to one of the higher end in the commands, which most of the time they get revealed to be kind of evil. It broke it, like that was great, and I loved that professor after the fact, after pretty much K-Day, he was kind of regretting that moment. He was regretting dismissing Ban's entire thought base that, oh, maybe kaijus do live on Earth. He does say that, yeah, like that maybe not would have stopped K-Day as a whole, but maybe it would not lead to as many injuries and probably as many deaths, which was great. And it was a great contrast with pretty much Ban going and actually like listening and taking Yuma and Rin's words, saying, you know what, you think that maybe like a kaiju is somehow responsible for making the mountainside pretty much transform into an ocean? Let's test it out. Like, that was great. Again, like, Shinya as a character, how much he's very much a side character, that maybe we're never going to see him ever again. Like, you can clearly see that he's a very good-natured person, that is semi-holding baggage that maybe he shouldn't really hold. While like hearing that Ban joined Skip from pretty much its formation is really cool, because it's like when like literally after K-Day, when Skip was formed and they had open positions, like I jumped onto that opportunity. It was great. And also it kind of like parallels a lot of, like, from what I heard, a lot of US soldiers after 9/11, a lot of them, and actually got to experience that moment, most of them after that like tragedy went and served, which is a really cool parallel. But it seems that like Ban as a character doesn't really see kaijus as the bad guys, because he could have joined the GDF, but he decided to join Skip, and kaiju investigative kind of division of the GDF, which is really cool and really interesting, which shows that Ban isn't the fighter, and he probably believes that we and the kaijus can live together in harmony on Earth, which is like the same thing that, like, you know, Blazer did, but it kind of feels way more kind of like how Cosmos really presented Eyes as a unit, which is cool. While from pretty much the preview for next week's episode, it does seem that we are going to get some conflict between the GDF and Skip with their way of operations. I hope this is not going to be the only conflict and it's going to be like a one episode conflict, because I truly hope that this conflict would just start brewing until like a big like explosion would happen and something needs to change. And like Ban as a character, how much we didn't got any flashbacks. Just from the way he acts around Shinya, it feels like, man, like if Yuma and Ban were around the same age, they would have probably got along a lot, because it feels like, oh, Ban and Yuma would have been like really great friends. While the kaiju of the week was really fun, again, it continues the kind of vibe that this show is kind of sets for the kaiju design, being a lot more Showa vibes, which works. I did like the little like Ultra Q reference they had, and its powers to pretty much summon water to pretty much protect itself is really cool, like genuinely. And also it led to like a really fun fight scene. Yeah, like overall, like I genuinely like really like this episode. It actually got to explore bits of Ban's past and his character, and it led us to have really fun interactions within the team, which is really great, and seeing more of the GDF kind of not just fighting was awesome, while also it got us something interesting surrounding the world of Arc, which like learning a little bit more about scientists and researchers' thoughts about kaijus and where they came from, and not believing that kaijus could have lived on Earth around the same time before K-Day. While the fight scene on like underwater was actually really cool, and it continues to use the feeling of imagination in a really cool and interesting ways. Yeah, like overall this episode gets a B+. So what you thought about Arc episode 5, comment below, let me know. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please press that like button. Also, if you haven't helped your subscribe button to this channel to become a subscribed button, please do. I think it's something that you should do as a good Samaritan. And also, don't forget, you're the only one that can prevent forest fires. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye!